It's okay to love drainers. It's okay to be friends with drainers. It's okay to want to help drainers, but you have to compartmentalize the dynamic in that relationship. You have to fortify who you are, what you believe in, and use that positive influence to counteract the drainer. If you're around people who are constantly talking about everything that's wrong, you need to make a choice because they're imprinting their energy and their belief onto you. And if it's an employee, if it's a friend, if it's a loved one, whoever it is, you need to isolate, acknowledge where they're at. If you have to be around them because they're family or you love them or they're an old friend, that's okay. But compartmentalize your relationship. Acknowledge where they're at. Acknowledge how you will or won't allow that to affect you. Be sweet, kind, and loving to them. I'm not talking about abandoning drainers. It's okay to love drainers. It's okay to be friends with drainers. It's okay to want to help drainers, but you have to compartmentalize the dynamic in that relationship. You have to fortify who you are, what you believe in, and use that positive influence to counteract the drainer. But when you come across people, this is a nuance, and I think it's important to bring up. In my whole life, there's been moments where people have been able to help me dynamically change the outcome personally, professionally, and financially of my life. And I never actually know when those people might be presented to me. What I do know is in reflection, they've always been presented at different parts and different moments of time that I did not anticipate. Could be sitting on an airplane talking to somebody. It could be introduced to somebody for 2 minutes. It could be a cup of coffee with a friend of a friend. It could be any situation that was random. And I didn't anticipate those moments. Each and every one of you have those defining moments of opportunity. You have to prepare yourself to be your best self, to be your highest self, to be your most prepared self at all times. So when those opportunities at a micro moment level occur, you send the vibrational message and energy that's consistent with your dreams, your purpose, and your ambition. That takes a readiness state of mind. People who don't think that way, who are not intentional that way, and people certainly who are drainers, they're victims, they pout about everything, those people will pull you off of that because you being that way makes those people so insecure. Your certainty makes their uncertainty even more powerful to pull them into drainerism. So I'm dropping this podcast to try to help those that are striving to attain or succeed at something that they're struggling to do. And they're finding that the people around them or the people they're encountering or some of the employees they're hiring are clawing at them to bring them back to a place where other people have already conceded or already settled or already chosen to be. And this podcast is to encourage you that if you stay focused, you stay intentional, you surround yourself with the right kind of thinkers, doers, and people who want to contribute to your life. You espouse your convictions of where you're going and how you're going to get there and what your passion is, what your joy is, and you stake that claim in the ground and you choose to only associate with people who are going to contribute or complement you along the way. And you surround yourself with new people who share and see that vision and want to participate in it. That will create the energy. It will stoke the fire. It will increase the passion. And ultimately, it will create so much more joy that you will succeed at whatever you're trying to do because you'll be propelled in that direction. So here's my final thought. You can love anybody, and you should love everyone that you choose to love. You should appreciate people. You should have gratitude for other people and how they contribute to your life. But for those people who are choosing to be victims, who choose to drain, who choose to excuse, who choose to rationalize, who choose to blame others, those people you need to isolate and fortify who you are, what you are, where you're going, and you need to be on point every moment. Because that very moment that you walk away from a table of somebody that you're having a beer with, or you're having a drink with, or you're having a conversation with, who's victimizing and blaming and dragging you down, you may stand up and walk right over to another table and sit down with somebody who could be that very singular person or that very singular event that propels you based on years and years of preparation, but you just needed that defining relationship or that defining moment to occur. You have to be prepared mentally and emotionally and strategically for those moments, or you will miss them. And I've just watched this twice. Somebody's huge defining moment go away within seconds because they choose or they chose to be a drainer at a moment where they needed to lean into their inspiration. Don't make that mistake.